Hariluis Bolorin, good morning. Let me first of all welcome all our guests and participants, and I wish the participants exciting and insightful discussions and networking, as Tatvik mentioned. So, for most of the history of our species, we have primarily followed the clues from the weather for our next actions and measured the future in terms of the availability of food stock. As we have learned to accumulate surplus, the future was born. And with it, the craft looking into tomorrow was born, full of speculations, utopias, anti-utopias, doomsday, scenarios, and brave new future. Here are my thoughts about what may impact the flow of history in terms of economic development and technological change in the near future, in the digital space and around it. First of all, while it is fashionable to tell the cautionary tale, I dare to say that our digital future is bright and full of possibilities. So, simultaneous emergence of several platforms, namely artificial intelligence, robotics, public blockchains, multi-omic sequencing, and energy storage, look highly promising for the future of humanity. This may put humanity at an exponential growth trajectory and accelerate a tectonic change, what late Vernon Winch has called technological singularity, a point where the technological advance transforms into superhuman capacity. So, future looks extremely bright from one sense, yet the path to that bright future is uncharted, and we will make mistakes along journey. Superhuman intelligence may also deem humanity obsolete in an extreme scenario. So, in one hand, we have extremely positive scenario of exponential growth and limitless possibilities. On the other hand, we do have this doom scenario of humanity being obsolete. Hence, we need to both embrace the opportunities and prepare to capture and mitigate the threats. I would like to mention several of them. The popular phrase, software eats the world, has occupied our imagination, and as large language models are becoming the fastest growing software segment, we are still under the impression that everything will convert into software. Indeed, the higher degree of organization means we need to move more information and less atoms, and the tech singularity is around the corner. Still, bits run on atoms and energy, and human society runs on atoms and energy. And thus, our bright digital future largely depends on how successful we will be achieving scientific progress in the atoms and energy department. So we face dilemma. Either we bring our physical foundations up to the level of our information technology achievements, or a tech stagnation is imminent with dire economic consequences. The cautionary tale of 3D printing shows that hardware is hard and we need more breakthroughs in material sciences, and our investment in fundamental science are dangerously scarce and far in between. Hence, apart from visible progress in chip design and manufacturing, we need significant modernization of our physical infrastructure, from energy to transportation, to housing, to healthcare, and to telecom. We need to rethink the way we build, provide healthcare, and educate. If we ignore this, we face the perils of ending up running a 21st century software on 19th century hardware and institutions, with widening income gap and capacity bottlenecks along the supply chain. As they say, a rich country is not a country where the poor drive limousines. It is a country where the rich use public transportation. Moreover, as energy requirements to feed the AI transformation are expected to rise around 30 to 40% annually over the next 5 years, the energy issue, never at an aftermath, jumps to the top line of the list of priorities. This future exacerbates climate concerns and raises a question of how far-sighted we were when discontinuing investments in traditional energy without looking into a reliable, expandable substitute technologies. There is a direct correlation between the GDP per capita and energy consumption per capita. And rich means consuming more energy, and even more so with AI. Furthermore, the dramatic reversal of demographic trend, not yet widely accepted, but already seeming irreversible, adds more complexity to the equation. On the one hand, we will not need as much physical capacity as there will be less people. On the other hand, the physical capacity is largely outdated and needs modernization and different specifications for the aging population. Yet another dimension is the dynamics of distribution between economic factors of labor and capital, and its possible effects on political discourse. Assuming robotics becomes more dexterous more quickly and the adoption rate skyrockets, productivity is expected to rise as well, cutting the supply of blue-collar jobs and polarizing yet again those who have capital and those who do not have those. The visions from Vonnegut's player piano materialize, and the problem transforms into a more existential dimension of lack of purpose, not that of livelihood. One more layer of complexity is that the level of investment required to modernize the aging infrastructure and build more cannot be supplied solely by governments, as they have accumulated unprecedented levels of debt and should be organized with the help of private capital and be market-driven. To summarize, the digital future is bright and beautiful, but it is not given by default. To make it happen, we will need to navigate the complex system of dilemmas and choices with the help of innovation and with aim to build a more inclusive and fair society. Thank you very much, and I wish you a good luck during the conference.